In the vastness of space, there are many unanswered questions. We've spent centuries looking up at the stars, pondering whether we are truly alone in the universe. But what if we were not? What if something was out there, something that defied all of our known laws of physics, something that had already visited us without us even realizing it? This is the mystery surrounding 3IATLAS, an interstellar object that has captured the attention of astronomers and space agencies around the world. Yet strangely, after its flyby of Mars in October 2025, something unusual happened. Silence. No immediate press release, no images released by NASA or the European Space Agency, no statements from China's space program. Why the silence? What could possibly be so extraordinary that every major space agency on Earth would refuse to speak up? Was it a technical failure? A mistake in the data? Or was it something more, something so unbelievable that the scientific community was unwilling to share it with the world? The question still hangs in the air. What are they hiding? Brian Cox is a name many of us know. As a renowned physicist, science communicator, and popular TV presenter, Cox has spent his career unraveling the mysteries of the universe. His deep understanding of space, time, and the laws of physics has made him a trusted voice in scientific circles. But this time, Cox is not just discussing theories. He's investigating an anomaly that could change everything we know about the cosmos. As a physicist who has spent years studying the deepest mysteries of the universe, Cox understands the weight of data. He spent time on major scientific projects and has analyzed the kinds of anomalies that turn conventional science on its head. Yet when it comes to 3IATLAS, even Brian Cox is intrigued. What is it about this interstellar object that is so peculiar, so baffling, that it has caused silence and speculation across the globe? Today, we'll dive deep into the mystery of 3IATLAS and explore why its discovery has raised more questions than answers, questions that even the most respected space agencies are hesitant to address. And most importantly, we'll try to figure out what is being kept from us and why. 3IATLAS is not just another asteroid or comet. It's something entirely different. Discovered in the cold depths of space, this interstellar object made headlines when it passed through our solar system at a breathtaking speed. Unlike other celestial bodies, 3IATLAS didn't come from our sun's orbit. It came from far beyond, traveling across interstellar space, a true wanderer from another star system. Its path was almost too perfect, and the way it moved left scientists scratching their heads. It seemed to glide through space with a level of precision that doesn't typically occur in natural objects like comets or asteroids.
As it passed Mars, the object's trajectory matched predicted models with eerie accuracy, almost as if it was following a predetermined route. But what was truly strange was the object's appearance. In the raw images captured by NASA's Perseverance rover, a faint, razor-thin streak of light was visible. At first glance, it might seem like just another cosmic ray or a tiny speck of space debris. But when astronomers began to analyze the data, they realized something was off. This wasn't a simple streak. It was too consistent, too fast, and too aligned with the predicted path of an interstellar traveler. It seemed to defy the usual randomness we associate with cosmic objects. The object was moving at nearly 60 kilometers per second, far faster than anything we've encountered from our solar system. The implications were massive. If 3IATLAS was truly an interstellar object, it would be the first of its kind to pass so close to Earth and Mars. And this wasn't just a random encounter. This was a sign that there might be more out there, beyond the reaches of our solar system, waiting to be discovered. So what exactly was 3IATLAS? Was it just a comet, like so many others that have passed through our solar system? Or was it something more? An artifact of unknown origin, possibly even an artificial probe sent from another civilization? When the news of 3IATLS first broke, the world expected a rush of updates from the major space agencies. After all, this was one of the most significant interstellar events in recent memory. But instead of the usual fanfare, official statements, scientific papers, and thrilling images of the object, there was nothing. No official statement from NASA. No data releases, not even a tweet. The European Space Agency, which had an orbiter positioned perfectly to capture images of the object, said nothing. And the same went for the Chinese space program, which had been monitoring Mars for years. Why the radio silence? This wasn't just a technical glitch. This wasn't a delay caused by malfunctioning equipment. This was deliberate. At first, some speculated that it was due to a government shutdown in the U.S., which had begun just 48 hours before the flyby. But that explanation didn't hold up. The shutdown affected only the public-facing channels of NASA, websites, social media, and press briefings. It didn't stop the spacecraft from transmitting data back to Earth. More importantly, it didn't explain why the European Space Agency and China, who were operating their own spacecraft, also chose not to release anything. The Chinese Tianwen-1 orbiter, for example, had already sent back over 14,000 images of Mars since 2021. In normal circumstances, they would have been eager to showcase their findings. But this time, they were silent. The global silence surrounding 3IATLS is not just a curiosity. It's a red flag. If every major space agency chose to withhold information, there must be a reason. What did they see?
What did they discover that was so extraordinary that it couldn't be shared with the public? Some scientists began to wonder if the data revealed something so shocking, something that could change humanity's understanding of the universe, that it was being kept under wraps for our own safety. Others suspected that the object might be too enigmatic, too difficult to explain. Was it possible that 3IATLS wasn't just an interstellar object, but something entirely different? Could it be a sign of extraterrestrial intelligence? A message from another civilization? As the weeks went by, the questions only grew. What was NASA, ESA, and China hiding? Was it possible that they had discovered something so groundbreaking that they weren't sure how to present it to the world? Or was there something more sinister at play? The silence created a breeding ground for speculation. Online forums buzzed with theories, some rational, some far-fetched. Some believed that 3IATLS could be a probe sent by an alien civilization, perhaps with a mission to observe Earth. Others suggested it could be an artifact from an ancient alien race drifting through space and somehow passing through our solar system. Then there were the more scientific theories. Perhaps 3IATLS wasn't just a comet, but a cosmic anomaly, an object unlike anything we've ever encountered before. Its strange behavior, its perfect trajectory, its unusual chemical composition, all of it pointed to something far beyond our current understanding. As Brian Cox himself pointed out, sometimes the greatest discoveries come not when we find what we expect, but when we encounter something that defies all logic. The fact that the world's leading space agencies were staying silent about 3IATLS only added to the intrigue. Was it a discovery too big to be shared with the public? Or was there something even more mysterious that we were not ready to understand? The mystery deepens with every passing day, and as 3IATLS continues its journey through the cosmos, we are left to wonder, what will we discover when it reemerges from behind the sun in December? Will the truth finally be revealed, or will the silence persist, leaving us with more questions than answers? The silence from NASA, ESA, and China following the flyby of 3IATLS was not just unsettling, it was puzzling. When the news of the object's approach first spread, astronomers and space enthusiasts alike were eager for updates. The world watched as the interstellar object passed close to Mars, but instead of a flurry of images, data, and scientific analysis, there was an eerie quiet. Some theories quickly emerged to explain this unprecedented delay in information release. One of the first explanations for NASA's silence was the U.S. government shutdown that had started just 48 hours before the object's flyby. In a government shutdown, many public services, including NASA's outreach programs, are suspended.
This theory suggested that NASA's communications teams were simply unable to release data due to bureaucratic red tape. However, this explanation didn't hold much weight. A government shutdown might prevent press conferences or social media updates, but it wouldn't stop NASA's spacecraft from transmitting data back to Earth. The space agency's satellites and space probes continue to send information even during shutdowns. So the idea that NASA couldn't release anything due to this bureaucratic process seemed flimsy at best. What if the silence wasn't caused by a simple lack of communication? Some began to speculate that the data surrounding 3IATLAS was so extraordinary that it was being carefully examined before any public release. Could the object have revealed something so groundbreaking, so radically different from anything we've seen before, that the agencies were hesitant to speak about it? Could the data hold evidence of extraterrestrial life, or something far beyond our current understanding of physics? The potential for a monumental discovery, something on the scale of finding evidence of intelligent alien life, would explain why these agencies might be taking their time to release information. The silence in this case wouldn't be an oversight. It would be a deliberate effort to carefully manage the implications of the data. After all, sharing such a discovery with the public would require an immense amount of preparation. Could the object, in fact, be something artificial, perhaps a probe sent by another civilization? One of the more common reasons cited for the silence was the idea of avoiding panic. Imagine if the space agencies released data suggesting the existence of intelligent extraterrestrial life or pointing to technology beyond anything we've ever seen. The public reaction could be overwhelming. Confusion, fear, and even societal upheaval. Would the world be ready for such a revelation? Could humanity cope with the idea that we're not alone in the universe, or worse yet, that an alien civilization might be watching us? These questions suggest that the space agencies may be choosing silence as a precautionary measure. If they've discovered something that challenges the very foundations of our understanding of the cosmos, they might be preparing a carefully controlled narrative for when the data is finally revealed. Perhaps the most intriguing theory is the idea of a coordinated silence. If every major space agency, NASA, ESA, and China, was deliberately withholding information about 3IATLAS, it suggests that they all have something to hide. But what could be so important that every space agency decided to remain silent at the same time? This raises the possibility that the silence is not just due to bureaucratic delays or caution. It could be that the agencies are coordinating their response to the discovery, perhaps in an effort to manage the global narrative together.
If the data reveals something truly extraordinary, then the world's leading space agencies might want to control how and when that information is shared. They could be preparing a joint statement, or perhaps working together to analyze the data in more detail before making any public announcements. The possibility of an international conspiracy. Could the silence be part of an international conspiracy to conceal something massive? Some conspiracy theorists have suggested that the global silence indicates a cover-up of some sort, possibly to prevent panic or to withhold evidence that could change the course of human history. Could 3IATLAS be evidence of an alien presence or a technology too advanced for our current understanding? While this idea might seem far-fetched, the coordinated nature of the silence has raised questions about whether the space agencies are hiding something that, if made public, could disrupt the status quo and shake the foundations of modern science and society. While the world waited for official confirmation from NASA and the other space agencies, one man, a relatively unknown geophysicist named Stefan Burns, took matters into his own hands. Burns, unlike the top-level scientists working for major space agencies, didn't have access to vast government-funded resources. Instead, he relied on raw data and the power of independent analysis. Burns had been following the 3I-ATLAS anomaly for some time, and when the Perseverance rover captured images of the object passing Mars, he was one of the first to notice something strange. Instead of waiting for a scientific team to release their findings, Burns took it upon himself to analyze the raw data. Using images from Perseverance's cameras, he started piecing together a picture of the object's trajectory and characteristics. What he found was astonishing. The object didn't behave like any comet or asteroid we've encountered before. The images he examined showed a streak of light moving in a way that suggested it wasn't just a random cosmic ray or debris from space. Burns spent hours analyzing the images, calibrating each frame, removing distortions, and making sure the data was as accurate as possible. The result was clear. 3I-ATLAS wasn't just an ordinary object. It was something far more intriguing. But Burns didn't stop there. Instead of holding on to his findings, he did something extraordinary. He released all the raw data, the processing scripts, and the image stacks to the public. This was an unprecedented move in the scientific community, especially when dealing with such a potentially game-changing discovery. Burns made all his work available for anyone, amateur astronomers, professional scientists, or anyone interested in analyzing the data themselves. This transparency created an international wave of collaboration. Thousands of astronomers, both professional and amateur, jumped into the data and started analyzing the object's trajectory.
It was no longer just the work of one man. The entire world had access to the data. And for the first time, humanity had a collective hand in uncovering the mysteries of space. Stefan Burns' decision to release the data sparked a global discussion about transparency in science. In a world where data is often locked behind institutional walls, Burns' approach was radical, but it opened the door for a new kind of scientific discovery, one based on openness and collaboration. As soon as Burns released the raw data, the global community of scientists and amateur astronomers sprung into action. Forums, blogs, and social media platforms buzzed with activity as people from around the world downloaded the images, reprocessed them, and started looking for any clues that could explain the mysterious object. What followed was one of the largest crowdsourced scientific efforts in history. Scientists equipped with their own software tools and analytical methods worked together to verify Burns' findings. They cross-referenced the images, analyzed the trajectory, and recalibrated the data, each adding their own layer of analysis to the puzzle. For once, science was not being conducted in the sterile halls of high-budget laboratories. It was happening in homes, garages, and online forums, anywhere that had access to the data. What was most remarkable about this process was how quickly consensus began to emerge. As more and more independent analysts confirmed Burns' original findings, it became clear that something truly extraordinary was happening. The data was not a glitch or a misinterpretation, it was real. And 3IATLS was not just an ordinary space object, it was something that had never been seen before. But as the excitement of discovery built, so too did the skepticism. Some scientists were quick to dismiss the findings as nothing more than noise, cosmic rays, image compression artifacts, or a product of overly aggressive data stacking. But even the skeptics couldn't deny the growing body of evidence. There was something special about 3IATLS, something that defied explanation. The process of crowdsourced analysis not only led to a breakthrough in understanding 3IATLS, but it also opened up a new era of scientific collaboration. For the first time, discovery was happening in real time, with people from all over the world contributing to the investigation. The object was no longer just a curiosity for a handful of astronomers. It was a global phenomenon that brought together the collective knowledge and passion of humanity. As the scientific community began to analyze the raw data from the flyby of 3IATLS, a series of strange anomalies quickly came to light. Each piece of evidence seemed to add another layer of complexity to the object's identity, suggesting that it was far from an ordinary interstellar visitor. Unlike comets or asteroids, which follow predictable paths and exhibit specific physical behaviors, 3IATLS seemed to break all the rules.
The deeper scientists dug into the data, the more questions arose. Was this really a comet? Could it be an asteroid? Or was it something entirely new, an object that defied everything we thought we knew about space? The green flash, a mystery within a mystery. One of the first and most baffling anomalies was the appearance of a green flash during the flyby. As 3IATLS passed Mars, a brief, intense flash of green light was captured in the raw images sent back by the Perseverance rover. The green flash lasted less than a second, but it left scientists scratching their heads. In the world of comets, a green flash is not entirely unheard of. It typically happens when ultraviolet sunlight hits carbon molecules like diatomic carbon, C2, which emits light at specific wavelengths. However, this time the usual explanation didn't fit. The spectra of 3IATLS showed almost no C2 at all. Instead, the object's atmosphere was rich in carbon dioxide, almost completely devoid of water vapor, and showed no signs of the typical carbon chains that would produce a green glow. This was an immediate contradiction. If it was a comet, it should have glowed green, yet it didn't follow the established rules of cometary chemistry. What was causing this mysterious flash of green light? Was it a cosmic ray interacting with the object's surface? Or was there another, more profound explanation lurking behind the data? Nickel without iron, a chemical anomaly. As scientists continued to analyze the spectral data, another anomaly came into focus: the chemical composition of 3IATLS. The object's atmosphere was found to contain an unusually high amount of nickel, but very little iron. This was a serious puzzle, because in our solar system, nickel and iron are typically found together in roughly equal amounts. In the formation of stars and planetary systems, these two elements tend to form together in a natural balance. However, 3IATLS defied this pattern. The ratio of nickel to iron was far outside the norm, suggesting that the object's formation may have occurred in a completely different environment. Perhaps it came from a star system unlike our own, one where the processes of stellar nucleosynthesis produced a different balance of elements. Or, as some have speculated, could it be possible that the nickel-to-iron ratio was a clue to something even more unusual? Could 3IATLS be an artificial object with materials that were intentionally separated for a specific purpose? Whatever the explanation, this anomaly only deepened the mystery. Was this simply a bizarre cosmic accident, or did it point to something far more significant? Trajectory, a perfect path, or a manipulated course? Perhaps the most unsettling anomaly was the object's trajectory.
As 3IATLS raced through the solar system, its path was observed to be almost too perfect. The object seemed to glide with a precision that defied the usual randomness we expect from space objects.
Scientists quickly compared its trajectory to models of known cometary and asteroid paths. But 3IATLAS didn't match anything. Its speed, direction, and orbit were eerily consistent, as though the object was following a planned course rather than drifting along randomly as comets and asteroids typically do. Could it be possible that 3IATLAS wasn't following a natural path at all? Some researchers suggested that the object's trajectory was so precise that it might not have been the result of gravitational forces alone. What if 3IATLAS was somehow being guided? Could it be an object sent on a specific mission by an unknown civilization, directed to travel through our solar system with a calculated purpose? The idea that the object's path was not entirely natural raised serious questions about its origin and purpose. If 3IATLAS wasn't simply a random interstellar wanderer, what was it doing here? Absence of outgassing, a cosmic oddity. In the world of comets, one of the most defining features is outgassing, the release of gas and dust as the object approaches the sun. Comets are often described as dirty snowballs, with their icy surfaces releasing vapor as they heat up. This outgassing creates the characteristic tails that we see when we observe comets. But 3IATLAS didn't follow this pattern. Despite having a visible coma, an apparent cloud of gas and dust surrounding the object, it showed no signs of the typical outgassing behavior. There were no jets of gas propelling the object forward, and no signs of the object being affected by the forces of outgassing as it traveled through space. In other words, 3IATLAS behaved like a comet, yet didn't act like one. This absence of outgassing suggested that 3IATLAS might not be a comet at all. Perhaps it was a solid object, more like an asteroid, with no volatile materials to vaporize as it neared the sun. But this explanation still didn't account for the coma, a feature typically associated with comets. The fact that 3IATLAS had a coma without the typical outgassing behavior raised even more questions. Was the coma created by something other than gas and dust? Was the object's surface made of materials that didn't behave like the comets we're familiar with? The questions continued. With each new anomaly, the questions surrounding 3IATLAS only multiplied. Was it a comet, an asteroid, an alien probe, or something entirely different? The inconsistencies in its behavior, its perfect trajectory, its chemical anomalies, and its odd outgassing suggested that 3IATLAS was unlike anything humanity had ever encountered. But while the data was intriguing, it was also incomplete. Some scientists dismissed the anomalies as just weird coincidences or mistakes in the data processing. Others believed the strange features of 3IATLAS were simply the result of misinterpreting the object's properties. But the fact that 3IATLAS showed signs of breaking all the known rules of space objects could not be ignored.
It was clear that something about this object was profoundly different from anything we had seen before. As we moved forward with our investigation, one thing became undeniable. 3IATLAS had shaken the foundations of astrophysics, and the search for its true nature was only just beginning. After all the anomalies that had surfaced, scientists were left with two major possibilities. Either 3IATLAS was a completely natural object, albeit a very strange one, or it was something artificial, perhaps even an interstellar probe sent by an advanced civilization. The natural explanation suggested that 3IATLAS was a comet or asteroid that had formed in a star system very different from our own. Perhaps it had originated from an environment where the processes of star formation and chemical evolution were radically different from those in our solar system.
This could explain the unusual chemical composition, the strange trajectory, and the absence of typical outgassing behavior. But there was another possibility, one that couldn't be easily dismissed. What if 3I-ATLAS wasn't a natural object at all? What if it was a probe, deliberately sent to our solar system by an alien civilization? Some scientists speculated that the object's perfect trajectory, its lack of outgassing, and its strange chemical properties could indicate that it was an artificial object, possibly designed for a specific mission. The idea of an alien probe traveling through space for millions of years and eventually arriving in our solar system seemed far-fetched, but the evidence was hard to ignore. The possibility that 3I-ATLAS was artificial opened up a host of new questions. If it was a probe, what was its purpose? Who sent it? And most intriguingly, what did it mean for humanity's place in the universe? Could this object be a sign that we are not alone, that intelligent civilizations exist beyond our own? One of the most compelling and eerie aspects of the 3I-ATLAS mystery is its potential connection to the famous WOW signal, a brief, narrowband radio burst detected by astronomers in 1977. The WOW signal, named after the astronomer who first noticed it, was a 72-second radio pulse that came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. Despite extensive searches, no other similar signal has ever been detected. For decades, scientists have speculated about the origin of the WOW signal. Was it a natural phenomenon, like a passing comet or a satellite? Or was it something more extraordinary, perhaps an artificial transmission from an alien civilization? Now, as 3I-ATLAS races through our solar system, an intriguing coincidence has emerged. The trajectory of the interstellar object seems to align with the coordinates of the WOW signal. Specifically, when scientists traced the path of 3I-ATLAS backwards through space, they found that millions of years ago, its trajectory crossed a small patch of sky that held the exact coordinates where the WOW signal originated.
The odds of such an alignment happening by chance are incredibly small, around 0.6% according to calculations. Though unlikely, this connection adds another layer of mystery to the already puzzling nature of 3I-ATLAS. Could the object be connected to the WOW signal? Could it be a probe sent by an advanced civilization to signal its presence? Or is this just a bizarre coincidence that happens when you start looking for patterns? This question remains unanswered, but it's impossible to ignore the eerie parallels between the two events. Some researchers have suggested that if 3I-ATLAS was a probe, it could be the very thing that is connected to the WOW signal. A deliberate attempt to communicate or make contact with humanity, or perhaps a message left behind from an ancient civilization. In the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, this connection between 3I-ATLAS and the WOW signal raises profound questions. Could the object be a cosmic messenger? And if so, what is the message it holds? For scientists studying 3I-ATLAS, the connection to the WOW signal isn't just a coincidence. It's a doorway to a potential breakthrough in our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Could it be that 3I-ATLAS is not just a random object from the stars, but rather something far more significant? While many astronomers have been quick to dismiss the idea that 3I-ATLAS is anything other than a natural object, the alignment with the WOW signal raises intriguing questions. The trajectory of 3I-ATLAS is incredibly precise, almost too perfect to be a coincidence. The fact that it passed through a region of space that is connected to the famous WOW signal only strengthens the case for a deeper meaning behind its journey. Some scientists argue that the alignment is just an artifact of coincidence. They point out that the vast distances of space make it possible for objects to pass through similar regions without any deliberate intention. After all, space is vast, and there are many objects moving through it. But this explanation doesn't satisfy everyone. The sheer improbability of 3I-ATLAS's path crossing the coordinates of the WOW signal has caused some to wonder if this is in fact a message. Could it be that 3I-ATLAS is not just a random object from the stars, but rather something far more significant? And if so, what is the message? Could the object be a probe, one that was intentionally directed toward our solar system to gather data or to make contact? The possibility is mind-boggling, and while it remains speculative, it highlights the need for deeper investigation.
These questions continue to fuel the debate about the true nature of 3IATLAS and what it means for humanity's understanding of the cosmos. The WOW signal, though detected nearly 50 years ago, remains one of the most tantalizing mysteries in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. For those who are unfamiliar, the WOW signal was a brief but intense radio transmission that was picked up by the Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio State University on August 15, 1977. The signal was unlike anything scientists had ever encountered, and its precise origin has never been determined. Despite numerous efforts to detect another similar signal, no other signals of the same kind have been found. The WOW signal's legacy lies in the questions it raised. Was it a transmission from an alien civilization? Or was it a natural phenomenon that we simply don't yet understand? For years, scientists and amateur astronomers alike have speculated about the origin of the signal. Some believe it was a passing comet or an anomalous signal from Earth-based equipment, while others argue that it could have been an intentional transmission from an extraterrestrial source. In the context of 3IATLAS, the WOW signal's legacy becomes even more significant. The idea that an object from another star system could pass through our solar system and be connected to the WOW signal opens up a new line of thinking about extraterrestrial communication. Could 3IATLAS be a continuation of the message that the WOW signal began? Was it the first step in an interstellar communication campaign, one that we might only now be beginning to understand? The WOW signal continues to haunt scientists and researchers, driving them to search the stars for more clues. Could the connection between 3IATLAS and the WOW signal be the key to unlocking a mystery that has eluded us for decades? The legacy of the WOW signal is one of hope and wonder. Hope that we might one day find the answers to some of the most profound questions humanity has ever asked. And perhaps, just perhaps, 3IATLAS is the signal we've been waiting for. The possibility that 3IATLAS is not just a random interstellar object, but part of a larger intentional plan raises the stakes of this discovery even further. If 3IATLAS is indeed an artificial probe, sent deliberately to our solar system, it would represent a milestone in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. But what is the purpose of this object? What is it trying to achieve? And why is it here? Some researchers have speculated that 3IATLAS could be part of a larger interstellar communication network. Could it be a probe designed to gather information about Earth or the solar system? Perhaps 3IATLAS is just one piece of a much larger puzzle, an artificial object that is part of a coordinated effort to make contact with humanity. If this is the case, then what other objects might be out there, waiting to be discovered?
Others have suggested that 3IATLAS could be a signal, a message from an alien civilization. The fact that it passed so close to Mars and was observed by multiple space agencies suggests that its arrival was no accident. Could this be the first step in an interstellar communication campaign, one that is designed to make us aware of the existence of other civilizations in the universe? While these theories remain speculative, they raise important questions about the true nature of 3IATLAS. Could it be part of a larger interstellar plan that is unfolding before our eyes? And if so, what does that mean for humanity's place in the cosmos? Are we truly alone in the universe? Or is this just the beginning of a much larger discovery? The discovery of 3IATLAS has reinvigorated the search for extraterrestrial life. For decades, scientists have been searching the stars for signs of intelligent civilizations,
From the famous SETI programs to the discovery of potentially habitable exoplanets, humanity has been reaching out into the cosmos, hoping for a sign that we are not alone. But what if the sign we've been waiting for isn't coming in the form of a radio signal or a distant planet? What if it's already here in the form of 3IATLS, a mysterious interstellar object that defies all of our current understanding of space? The possibility that 3IATLS could be an alien probe or part of a larger interstellar communication effort raises the stakes of the search for extraterrestrial life. If 3IATLS is an artificial object, it would be the first direct evidence that intelligent life exists beyond our planet. And if it's part of a larger plan, it could be the beginning of a new chapter in our understanding of the universe and our place within it. As scientists continue to analyze 3IATLS, they are left with more questions than answers. What is this object? Where did it come from? And what does it mean for the future of humanity? The search for extraterrestrial life is no longer just about looking for planets or listening for signals. It's about discovering that the universe might already be much more complex and mysterious than we ever imagined. As 3IATLS continues its journey through our solar system, the scientific community is bracing for a critical event: its re-emergence from behind the sun in December 2025. This moment is eagerly anticipated, as it will give scientists the first opportunity to observe the object again, this time without the overwhelming glare of the sun blocking their view. The December pass promises to provide crucial data that could answer some of the most pressing questions about 3IATLS. For astronomers and astrophysicists around the world, this event is nothing short of a cosmic rendezvous.
This is the moment that could reveal whether the object's strange behavior is a product of its natural origin or if it's something far more complex. The object's trajectory, its chemical composition, and even its structural integrity may all be scrutinized during this flyby, as scientists look for any new clues to help them piece together the puzzle. Some have speculated that the object could change in brightness or shape as it approaches the solar system's inner planets. A dramatic flare or shift in its trajectory could provide new insights into its composition and behavior. Could this be a sign of fragmentation or internal energy release, suggesting that 3IATL is more than just a frozen, inert rock? Or will it remain as stable and mysterious as before, refusing to conform to our understanding of the cosmos? This upcoming pass is expected to be the most important event in the study of 3IATL to date. While previous observations have provided tantalizing glimpses into the object's nature, the December flyby could finally give scientists the data they need to confirm or deny the most outlandish hypotheses, whether 3IATL is an alien probe, a comet, or something completely new. As the date approaches, the excitement among scientists and the public alike is palpable, and the world waits with bated breath for the answers that may finally reveal the true nature of this enigmatic visitor from the stars. As the December pass of 3IATL draws near, the search for more data is already underway. Telescopes around the world are being recalibrated, and observatories are preparing for the critical moment when the object will emerge from behind the sun. The scientific community is working overtime to ensure that every instrument is ready to capture as much data as possible when 3IATL reappears. This effort is not just about gathering more information, it's about verifying and cross-checking the data that has already been collected. Scientists are working to refine their models of 3IATL's trajectory, studying the object's path with incredible precision in order to predict exactly where it will be when it emerges.
These predictions are crucial because even the slightest deviation from the expected path could indicate that something is not quite right. Moreover, the search for more data isn't just happening on Earth. Several space agencies, including NASA and ESA, have already positioned their orbiters and probes to observe 3IATL during its flyby. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MRO, with its high-resolution imaging capabilities, will be crucial in capturing detailed images of the object as it passes through the inner solar system. The Trace Gas Orbiter, which is studying the Martian atmosphere, may also be repurposed to observe 3IATL. Meanwhile, amateur astronomers are poised to contribute their own observations, using telescopes to track the object and provide additional data points.
The goal is clear: to gather enough data to answer the many questions that surround 3IATLAS. Will its chemical composition change as it gets closer to the Sun? Will it show signs of artificial manipulation? Or will it behave as we expect, continuing its trajectory without any significant alterations? The data collected during the December pass will be instrumental in answering these questions and determining whether 3IATLAS is truly an anomaly, or if it's simply a rare but natural interstellar object. One of the key areas of focus will be its spectral data. Astronomers are hoping that new observations will reveal more about the object's chemical makeup and whether the strange nickel-to-iron ratio continues to hold. If the spectral readings show that 3IATLAS contains unusual elements, or if it behaves in ways that suggest artificial manipulation, it could dramatically shift the course of the investigation. In the lead-up to December, anticipation is building. Scientists are already predicting that this flyby could be one of the most significant events in the history of interstellar exploration. The stakes couldn't be higher. If 3IATLAS reveals something extraordinary, it could change the way we view the universe and our place within it. As scientists prepare for the December pass of 3IATLAS, the silence from space agencies continues to linger. Despite the flurry of activity and anticipation leading up to this critical event, NASA, ESA, and China have remained unusually quiet. The lack of official statements has led to a growing sense of frustration among the scientific community and the public. What does the silence mean? Why are these space agencies, which typically release data and updates with great fanfare, holding back on 3IATLAS? Could they be withholding information because they don't understand what they're dealing with? Or could they be hiding something so extraordinary that they're not yet ready to share it with the world? Some have speculated that the silence could be a sign of uncertainty. After all, 3IATLAS is unlike anything we've encountered before. It doesn't fit neatly into any of the categories that we've established for space objects. Is it a comet? An asteroid? An artificial probe? The fact that it seems to defy all of our understanding of cosmic phenomena may be why space agencies are hesitant to speak. They may be waiting until they have more concrete answers before making a public statement. But others have suggested that the silence is deliberate. Could the space agencies be aware of something that the public isn't ready to hear? If 3IATLAS is indeed an artificial object, or if it holds evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence, the implications could be staggering. Perhaps the silence is a way to prepare the world for a discovery that could shake the very foundations of human civilization.
By withholding information, NASA, ESA, and China may be trying to control the narrative and avoid the chaos that could result from a hasty or unconfirmed announcement. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence or even just evidence of an advanced artificial object could have profound societal and political consequences. The silence may be a way to manage the release of information in a way that allows the world to process such a momentous event more carefully. In any case, the silence surrounding 3IATLAS only adds to the intrigue.
It deepens the mystery and forces us to ask, what is the true nature of this object, and why are the space agencies so reluctant to share what they know? As the December pass approaches, these questions continue to hang in the air, and the world waits for the truth to finally emerge. Once 3IATLAS re-emerges in December 2025, we may finally receive the answers we've been waiting for. The data gathered during this critical pass will be analyzed by scientists around the world, and the world will be watching closely to see what the object reveals. Will the data confirm the wildest theories, or will it provide a more mundane explanation for the object's strange behavior? The aftermath of the December flyby will be a pivotal moment in the study of 3IATLAS. If the object behaves in ways that suggest it is artificial, or if it reveals new and unusual elements, it could spark a global conversation about extraterrestrial life and the future of space exploration. On the other hand, if the data confirms that 3IATLAS is simply a rare but natural cosmic object, we will have gained valuable insight into the workings of the universe, even if it's not as revolutionary as some had hoped. In any case, the discovery of 3IATLAS will have lasting implications for the scientific community. Whether it's a breakthrough in our understanding of interstellar objects or the first concrete evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence, the study of this object will continue to shape our exploration of the cosmos for years to come. And the lessons learned from this encounter will undoubtedly fuel further investigations into the mysteries of space. As we wait for December, one thing is certain: 3IATLAS has already changed the way we view the universe. Whether it turns out to be a comet, an asteroid, or something more, its presence in our solar system has forced us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about the cosmos. The December pass may be the key to unlocking the truth, but no matter what we find, one thing is clear: humanity's journey into the unknown is just beginning. In the end, the mystery of 3IATLAS is more than just a question about the nature of an interstellar object. It's a question about our place in the universe.
If it's a natural object, it will challenge our understanding of space and physics in ways we never anticipated. But no matter what 3IATLAS turns out to be, it has already changed us. It has forced us to look outward, to question our assumptions about the universe, and to ask ourselves, are we truly alone? The coming months will reveal the answers to these questions, and when they do, we'll be forced to consider a new reality, one where humanity's place in the cosmos is no longer defined by the Earth, but by the stars themselves. As 3IATLAS continues its journey, the universe is watching, and so are we. As the December flyby of 3IATLAS draws closer, speculation surrounding its true nature has reached a fever pitch. For weeks, the scientific community has been grappling with questions that have no easy answers. Could this object, an interstellar wanderer passing through our solar system, be something more than just a comet or asteroid? Could it be an alien probe sent by an advanced civilization to study our solar system? Or perhaps it's a relic from an ancient extraterrestrial civilization left behind as a message or a beacon. The idea that 3IATLAS could be an alien probe is both exciting and unsettling. If this theory proves to be true, it would be the most significant discovery in the history of human space exploration. The implications would be staggering. Proof of intelligent life beyond Earth, proof that we are not alone in the universe, and proof that other civilizations have already traveled the stars. But the evidence for this theory remains circumstantial. To date, there is no direct proof that 3IATLAS is anything other than a natural object. It could very well be an asteroid or comet, just another space rock from the vast reaches of interstellar space. Yet the anomalies surrounding 3IATLAS are impossible to ignore. The object's unusual trajectory, its strange chemical composition, and its behavior, all of these things suggest that it is unlike anything we've ever encountered before. Could 3IATLAS be an alien artifact, an intelligent probe sent to observe us?
The idea seems outlandish, yet there are aspects of the object that don't quite fit into the natural models of astrophysics. For one, its trajectory seems too perfect. It's moving with an unnatural precision, as if it's following a carefully planned course. And then there's the fact that it lacks the typical outgassing behavior of comets, even though it has a coma. This could point to something artificial, something engineered with specific purposes in mind. The idea that we may have already encountered a probe from another world is a tantalizing thought. It raises profound questions about the nature of intelligent life in the universe and what it might look like. If 3IATLAS is an alien artifact, what would it tell us about the civilization that built it?
Could it be a sign that we are not only connected to the cosmos, but that other civilizations have been watching us for longer than we can imagine? For now, the possibility that 3IATLAS is an alien probe remains speculative, but as the December pass approaches, the world watches with bated breath, wondering if the data will confirm or dispel these wild theories. As the investigation into 3IATLAS intensifies, one of the key tools being used to analyze the object is artificial intelligence, AI. In recent years, AI has become an invaluable asset in the field of space exploration, helping scientists process vast amounts of data and make sense of complex patterns that would be impossible for humans to detect alone. AI's role in the search for answers about 3IATLAS cannot be overstated. It's helping researchers analyze the raw data more efficiently and accurately than ever before. AI is being used to comb through the thousands of images captured by telescopes and orbiters searching for any signs of unusual behavior. Algorithms are being trained to identify the faintest light, subtle changes in the object's movement, and any anomalies that might point to something more than a natural space rock. AI is also helping to analyze the object's spectral data, looking for chemical signatures that could reveal its true nature. The power of AI lies in its ability to sift through enormous amounts of data in a fraction of the time it would take a human to do the same. With 3IATLAS, scientists are using AI to process and cross-reference multiple datasets, running simulations to test different hypotheses about the object's origin and behavior. AI is also being used to predict the object's trajectory with greater precision, allowing scientists to fine-tune their observations and adjust their instruments in real time. But AI is not just a tool for processing data. It's also helping to drive the scientific process itself. As researchers continue to analyze the data, AI is being used to generate new hypotheses, identify patterns that might have been overlooked, and propose potential explanations for the object's strange behavior. In this sense, AI is becoming an active participant in the scientific process, helping to shape the course of discovery in ways that were once unimaginable. As the countdown to the December pass of 3IATLAS approaches, the role of AI in the search for answers will only become more crucial. The data gathered from this flyby will likely be far more complex than anything we've seen before, and AI will be essential in helping scientists make sense of it all. Whether or not 3IATLAS is an alien probe, AI will be at the forefront of the investigation, guiding us toward the truth and unlocking the secrets of this enigmatic object. As the countdown to the December pass of 3IATLAS continues, one thing is certain: the object will reveal more than we know today. But what exactly will it reveal?
What mysteries will be unlocked, and what questions will remain unanswered? Scientists are eagerly awaiting the chance to gather more data, but with each new discovery, new questions arise. One of the biggest questions is whether 3IATLAS will behave in the same way it has in the past. Will it continue its perfectly calculated trajectory, or will its path shift in response to the forces of gravity, radiation, or other unknown influences? If the object behaves differently during this pass, perhaps changing in brightness, shape, or direction, It could provide a crucial clue about its true nature. Could 3IATLS be subject to forces that we don't yet understand? Or could it be under the control of an intelligent agent? Another key question is whether the object's chemical composition will change as it approaches the inner solar system. If 3IATLS is a comet or asteroid, it should begin to warm up as it nears the Sun, releasing gases and dust in the process. But so far, the object has shown no signs of this behavior. If its composition remains stable, it could suggest that 3IATLS is not a comet at all, but rather a solid object that doesn't react to solar radiation in the same way that typical comets do. And then there's the question of its origin. Where did 3IATLS come from? How did it end up passing through our solar system? Was it ejected from its home star system, or was it deliberately sent on a course toward us? Theories abound, but no one knows for sure. The object's trajectory and behavior suggest that it might have been traveling through interstellar space for millions of years. But could it have been sent here intentionally? And if so, why? These are just a few of the questions that scientists are hoping to answer during the December pass of 3IATLS. But even if the data reveals more about the object's composition and behavior, there will still be many unanswered questions. The mystery of 3IATLS is far from over, and each new piece of information brings with it new avenues of investigation. Whether we find the answers we're looking for or not, one thing is clear. The discovery of 3IATLS has already changed the way we view the universe. As news of 3IATLS has spread, the public's interest in the object has only grown. What started as a niche topic for astronomers has now become a global phenomenon. People from all walks of life are tuning in to learn more about the mysterious interstellar object, and social media has been flooded with speculation and excitement. It's not every day that an object from another star system passes through our solar system, and the implications of such an event are profound. For many, the excitement stems from the possibility that 3IATLS could be something more than just a natural space rock. The idea that it could be an alien probe or an artifact from an advanced civilization has captured the imagination of millions.
The prospect of making contact with extraterrestrial life is a thrilling thought, and the idea that 3IATLS might be the key to unlocking that mystery has sparked a sense of wonder and anticipation. Even those who are more skeptical of the idea of extraterrestrial intelligence are fascinated by 3IATLS because of the questions it raises about our understanding of the universe. Could it be a natural object that defies all our expectations? Could it be part of a new class of interstellar objects that we haven't yet discovered? Whatever the answer, 3IATLS has captured the attention of the world, and the excitement surrounding it continues to grow. In the coming months, as more data is collected and analyzed, the public's fascination with 3IATLS will likely only increase. Whether it turns out to be an alien probe, a rare comet, or something entirely new, the object has already ignited a new sense of curiosity about the universe. And as the search for answers continues, the world will be watching, waiting for the next chapter in the story of 3IATLS. The mystery of 3IATLS is a reminder that space exploration is still in its infancy. Despite the incredible strides humanity has made in our understanding of the cosmos, we are only just beginning to scratch the surface. 3IATLS is unlike any object we've ever encountered before, and its arrival in our solar system has opened up new questions that could redefine the future of space exploration. As scientists continue to study 3IATLS, new technologies and techniques will be developed to gather more information about the object and its surroundings. The data collected during the December pass will likely lead to new discoveries about the nature of interstellar objects and could even provide insights into the possibility of life beyond Earth. Moreover, 3IATLS has sparked a renewed interest in interstellar exploration.
If we are to fully understand the objects that exist beyond our solar system, we will need to develop new spacecraft, new instruments, and new methods of studying the stars. The search for 3IATLS's origins could pave the way for future missions to explore the far reaches of interstellar space. In many ways, 3IATLS represents the beginning of a new era in space exploration, one where the mysteries of the universe are within our grasp, and where every new discovery opens up new frontiers to explore. As we continue to study this mysterious object, we are reminded that the universe is vast and that the journey to understand it is just beginning. The arrival of 3IATLS in our solar system has been accompanied by a surge of media attention. This mysterious object has captured the imaginations of millions, and its peculiar characteristics have generated a flood of articles, podcasts, documentaries, and social media discussions.
But as the scientific community has begun to examine the data and theories behind 3ATLAS, the role of the media in shaping public perception has become more crucial than ever. The media's role in scientific discovery is not a new phenomenon. From the early days of space exploration, when the launch of Sputnik and the moon landing captivated the world, to the more recent discoveries of exoplanets and cosmic anomalies, the media has played a vital part in sparking interest and shaping the narrative. But with 3ATLAS, the situation is different. This object is unlike anything we've seen before. It's not just a comet or asteroid passing by. It's an interstellar visitor, seemingly from another star system. The potential that 3ATLAS could be an alien probe or a message from an advanced civilization has made it a prime subject for sensationalism. Some outlets have embraced this idea, running headlines that ask, "Is 3ATLAS a message from alien life?" or "Could this be the first contact with an extraterrestrial civilization?" Such headlines are effective at grabbing attention, but they also contribute to the uncertainty and excitement surrounding the object. By framing 3ATLAS in sensational terms, the media has made it difficult to separate speculation from scientific fact. On the other hand, some scientific media outlets have attempted to temper the excitement, emphasizing the need for careful analysis and peer-reviewed findings. They caution that while the idea of 3ATLAS being an alien probe is tantalizing, it remains a speculative theory until more concrete evidence can be gathered. This more cautious approach is necessary to ensure that the public remains informed and that the narrative does not become clouded by wishful thinking or unfounded claims. Despite the varying approaches to reporting on 3ATLAS, one thing is clear. The object has sparked a global conversation about our place in the universe and our relationship with space. The media's role in amplifying these discussions has made it impossible to ignore the deeper questions that 3ATLAS raises. Are we truly alone in the cosmos? Or is the universe teeming with intelligent life? Are we ready to face the implications of such a discovery, should it turn out to be true? As more data becomes available in the coming months, the media will continue to be a driving force in how we understand 3ATLAS. The narrative surrounding the object will evolve, and the media will play an essential part in guiding public opinion. But in the meantime, we are left to grapple with the excitement and uncertainty that comes with the discovery of something so extraordinary. While much of the attention surrounding 3ATLAS has been focused on the silence from space agencies and the media's coverage, one of the most remarkable aspects of this discovery is the unprecedented level of global collaboration it has inspired.
3IATLAS has united scientists, astronomers, and researchers from around the world in an effort to understand the object's origins and its strange behavior. This global collaboration is a testament to the power of shared knowledge and the collective pursuit of scientific discovery. In the past, major space agencies like NASA, ESA, and China have often conducted research in isolation, releasing findings only when they are ready to do so. But with 3IATLAS, the situation has been different. Thanks to the transparency of scientists like Stephen Burns, who released raw data for anyone to analyze,
A vast community of astronomers, both professional and amateur, has come together to study the object. The role of citizen science in the investigation of 3I-ATLAS has been groundbreaking. Thousands of amateur astronomers around the world have downloaded the raw data, processed the images, and attempted to verify Burns' findings. These contributions have led to a greater understanding of the object's trajectory and behavior, with independent researchers providing valuable insights that have helped to shape the ongoing investigation. This collaborative approach has also extended to space agencies, who are now working together to gather more data on 3I-ATLAS. While there may be differences in how each agency approaches the object, they are all united in their goal of understanding it. NASA, ESA, and China's space programs have each mobilized their resources to study 3I-ATLAS, with multiple spacecraft positioned to observe the object as it passes through the inner solar system. In a world where geopolitical rivalries often complicate scientific collaboration, 3I-ATLAS has brought together space agencies in ways that have never been seen before. The global collaboration surrounding 3I-ATLAS is a reminder of the power of collective action in science. When researchers and enthusiasts from all corners of the world come together to share data, ideas, and expertise, the potential for discovery is limitless. The investigation into 3I-ATLAS may very well lead to one of the most significant breakthroughs in human history, and it will be remembered as a moment when the world united in the pursuit of knowledge. As we continue to study 3I-ATLAS and await the results of the December flyby, the question on many people's minds is, what if we're not ready for the truth? What if the data that emerges from this investigation forces us to confront the reality that we are not alone in the universe? The implications of such a discovery would be profound. If 3I-ATLAS turns out to be an alien probe or a message from an extraterrestrial civilization, humanity would face a fundamental shift in our understanding of our place in the cosmos. The discovery of intelligent life beyond Earth would challenge the very foundations of science, religion, and philosophy. It would force us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about life, consciousness, and the nature of the universe.
Are we ready for this kind of revelation? For centuries, humanity has wondered whether we are truly alone in the universe. But the idea that we might soon have an answer to that question is both thrilling and terrifying. The prospect of encountering an alien civilization raises existential questions. What does it mean for humanity to share the universe with other intelligent beings? How will we respond to the realization that we are not the only sentient species in existence? But there are also practical concerns. If 3I-ATLAS is indeed a message or probe from another civilization, what does that mean for our future? How will we communicate with beings from another world? Will they be peaceful, or will their motives be more sinister? The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence could open up a whole new set of challenges and opportunities for humanity. How will we navigate the potential risks and rewards of such a discovery? At the same time, the discovery of 3I-ATLAS as an alien artifact would challenge our understanding of what it means to be human. It would force us to confront our own limitations and place us within a broader cosmic context. Our view of the universe and our place within it would be irrevocably changed. The philosophical implications of such a revelation are almost too vast to comprehend. Whether 3I-ATLAS turns out to be an alien probe, an interstellar anomaly, or just a natural space object, the philosophical questions it raises will continue to resonate long after the data is analyzed. Humanity is on the brink of a new era in which our understanding of the universe could be forever altered. The question is, are we ready for the truth? The mystery of 3I-ATLAS is not just about the object itself.
It's about what its discovery could mean for the future of space exploration. If 3IATLAS is an alien probe, a message from another civilization, or an artificial object of some kind, it would fundamentally change the way we approach the study of space. It would open up new frontiers of exploration, one where humanity must reconsider its role in the cosmos. The implications of such a discovery are enormous. If 3IATLAS is part of a larger interstellar communication network, it could signal the beginning of a new era in space exploration, one in which humanity actively seeks out and engages with extraterrestrial civilizations. This could lead to an unprecedented period of scientific collaboration and technological advancement as we learn from the discoveries of other intelligent species. However, there are risks associated with this kind of exploration. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence would raise significant ethical, political, and social questions. How should we respond to the arrival of a message from another civilization? What steps should we take to ensure that any interaction with alien species is conducted safely and responsibly?
The future of space exploration will require us to address these questions and to develop new strategies for exploring the stars. Moreover, the discovery of an object like 3IATLS could spur new efforts to expand our reach beyond our own solar system. The hunt for other interstellar objects and the quest to find more signs of extraterrestrial life could become a driving force for future space missions. New technologies, perhaps even the development of faster-than-light travel, could become a reality as we strive to explore deeper into the cosmos. In the coming years, the legacy of 3IATLS will shape the direction of space exploration. Whether it leads to the discovery of intelligent life or simply deepens our understanding of the universe, the investigation into 3IATLS will have lasting consequences. It will serve as a turning point, a moment when humanity realized that the universe is far more mysterious than we ever imagined. Even if 3IATLS doesn't turn out to be the breakthrough that many hope for, its discovery has ignited a fire of curiosity and exploration that will continue to burn brightly for years to come. The search for extraterrestrial life, the study of interstellar objects, and the quest to understand the nature of the cosmos will all continue, driven by the questions raised by 3IATLS and its mysteries. Humanity's journey into the unknown has only just begun. Whether 3IATLS is a comet, a probe, or something else entirely, it has sparked a renewed interest in space exploration and a deeper desire to understand the universe around us. The next discovery could be just around the corner, waiting to challenge everything we think we know. The story of 3IATLS is a reminder that the universe is vast and there is still so much we don't understand. The pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey, and every discovery, whether big or small, brings us one step closer to understanding our place in the cosmos. As we continue to explore the stars, one thing is certain: the quest for answers will never end. The mysteries of the universe are out there, waiting to be uncovered, and humanity's curiosity will continue to drive us forward into the great unknown. As the world waits with anticipation for new data regarding 3IATLS, there remains a fundamental principle that guides every investigation into the unknown: the scientific method. While speculation about the object's true nature runs wild, scientists are committed to verifying the evidence and ensuring that any conclusions drawn are based on reliable data and rigorous analysis. The scientific method is designed to eliminate bias, uncertainty, and error. It requires that hypotheses be tested, evidence be collected, and results be reproducible. In the case of 3IATLS,
This process is not only crucial to understanding the object, but to maintaining the integrity of the scientific community.
Given the extraordinary implications of the object's potential, it is essential that every piece of data, whether it supports or contradicts the most sensational theories, be subjected to rigorous scrutiny. As scientists continue to examine the raw data from the flyby, the focus remains on verification. Many have expressed the desire for quick answers, but it's essential that no conclusions be drawn until the data has been thoroughly analyzed and cross-checked by multiple sources. This is where the global collaboration we've seen with 3IATLAS becomes so important. By engaging scientists from around the world, data can be validated through independent verification processes, ensuring that findings are accurate and reliable. The complexity of 3IATLAS's data makes it difficult to draw any definitive conclusions at this stage. The object's spectral anomalies, its strange trajectory, and its absence of typical cometary behavior have generated numerous theories, some plausible, others speculative. Yet until more data is collected, no theory can be considered proven. The process of testing hypotheses, running simulations, and analyzing the results is a slow, meticulous endeavor that ensures any conclusions are grounded in scientific rigor. This commitment to the scientific method may frustrate those who hope for a quick resolution. However, as Brian Cox has pointed out, science is not driven by belief or desire, but by evidence. We may want answers quickly, but the truth must be verified. Only then will we truly understand the nature of 3IATLAS and the implications it holds for humanity. At the heart of the mystery surrounding 3IATLAS lies a question that continues to captivate the scientific community. Is this object a natural phenomenon, or is it an artificial creation, perhaps a probe from an advanced extraterrestrial civilization? While the idea of an alien probe is still largely speculative, there are compelling aspects of 3IATLAS that make this theory seem less far-fetched than we might expect. The natural hypothesis. On one hand, it's entirely plausible that 3IATLAS is a natural interstellar object, much like other asteroids or comets that have passed through our solar system. After all, the universe is teeming with celestial objects, asteroids, comets, and interstellar dust that have been wandering through space for billions of years. In this view, 3IATLAS could simply be a comet or asteroid from a distant star system that has traveled through space, crossing our solar system in its journey across the galaxy. The natural explanation is supported by the fact that 3IATLAS's trajectory seems to follow the laws of gravity and motion that we've come to understand. Its movement through the solar system is consistent with the gravitational pull of the Sun and the planets, and it doesn't appear to exhibit any unnatural maneuvers or deviations that would suggest intentional control.
If 3IATLAS is simply a rock, ice, or a combination of both, it could have been ejected from its home system, possibly by a planetary collision or the gravitational influence of a nearby star. This hypothesis fits within the framework of known interstellar objects like Oumuamua, which passed through our solar system in 2017. While Oumuamua exhibited some odd characteristics that baffled scientists, it was ultimately considered a natural object, an interstellar visitor that had traveled through the galaxy, likely ejected from its home system. It's possible that 3IATLAS is similar in nature, a comet or asteroid from another star system that simply passed through our own. However, even with the natural explanation, there are numerous anomalies that make 3IATLAS stand out from other known objects. Its trajectory, its chemical composition, and its lack of outgassing suggest that it may not be a typical comet or asteroid, and this is where the artificial probe theory begins to take shape. The artificial probe hypothesis. Could 3IATLAS be an artificial object sent to our solar system by an alien civilization? This is the question that many are asking. And while there is no direct evidence to support the theory the 3IATLAS is a probe,
the anomalies surrounding the object make it a tantalizing possibility. One of the key arguments in favor of the artificial probe hypothesis is the object's strange trajectory. Unlike typical comets or asteroids, 3IATLAS moves with a level of precision that suggests it could be under some form of control. The object's path is too perfect, too consistent with the predictions made by astronomers. Could it be that 3IATLAS is following a carefully planned course, as if it was deliberately directed here? Further, the lack of outgassing on 3IATLAS is another point in favor of the artificial theory. Comets, when they approach the Sun, typically exhibit a tail of gas and dust as they warm up and release their volatile compounds. Yet 3IATLAS shows no such behavior. Instead, it has a coma, an apparent cloud of gas, without the typical outgassing that we expect from comets. This has led some scientists to speculate that the coma is not the result of solar heating, but rather something else entirely, such as an artificial covering or shield designed to mask the object's true nature. Moreover, the unusual chemical composition of 3IATLAS, particularly the high nickel-to-iron ratio, raises more questions. In natural objects like comets and asteroids, nickel and iron are typically found together. The presence of so much nickel without the corresponding amount of iron suggests that the object's composition may not be entirely natural. Could this be the result of advanced technology? Could the high nickel concentration be part of the materials used to construct the probe?
These anomalies, when combined with the possibility that 3IATLAS may have been deliberately directed toward our solar system, point to a more exciting theory, that this object may not be a random space rock, but rather a message or probe sent by an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization. Of course, this theory remains speculative. There is no direct evidence to prove that 3IATLAS is an alien probe. However, the possibility that it is raises profound questions about the nature of extraterrestrial life and the potential for contact with other civilizations. If 3IATLAS is an artificial object, it could be the first concrete evidence that we are not alone in the universe, that intelligent beings exist beyond our planet, and that they may be watching us. If 3IATLAS is an artificial object, the next logical question is, what is its purpose? Could it be a message? A signal from an alien civilization sent to us in the hope that we would find it? The idea of 3IATLAS being a message, either a deliberate attempt to make contact or a form of interstellar communication, is one of the most intriguing possibilities raised by it. One of the most compelling aspects of the artificial probe theory is the idea that 3IATLAS could be part of a larger communication network. Just as humanity uses satellites and probes to send signals into space, an advanced extraterrestrial civilization could have sent 3IATLAS as a way to make contact with another intelligent species. The object's passage through our solar system could be seen as an invitation to observe, study, and potentially communicate. But how would we even recognize such a message? If 3IATLAS is indeed a probe, it could be transmitting signals, radio waves, electromagnetic pulses, or even optical signals designed to catch our attention. The idea of extraterrestrial communication through such advanced methods raises the possibility that 3IATLAS is not just an object to be studied, but a message to be decoded. Some researchers believe that the object's trajectory and behavior could be an intentional clue, an interstellar beacon sent to us to guide us toward the discovery of extraterrestrial life. Its strange, precise movements could be interpreted as a form of navigation, pointing us in the direction of something greater. If this is the case, then 3IATLAS could be the first step in a much larger interstellar conversation, one that humanity has yet to fully understand. Could the object be a key to unlocking the mystery of extraterrestrial life? If 3IATLAS is a message, it could be the beginning of a new chapter in human history, one where we make contact with other civilizations in the cosmos. But so far, SETI has not yielded any definitive evidence of intelligent extraterrestrial life.
Now with the discovery of 3IATLAS, some researchers are re-examining the methods used in SETI. Could 3IATLAS be a clue that we've missed in our search for extraterrestrial intelligence? The object's unusual trajectory, chemical composition, and lack of outgassing suggest that it might not be a natural object at all, but rather an artifact sent by an alien civilization. If this is true, then 3IATLAS could be the first real proof that SETI is not just a theoretical pursuit, but a practical one. It would suggest that intelligent civilizations are not only out there, but actively trying to communicate with us. For SETI researchers, 3IATLAS could provide the breakthrough they've been waiting for. If the object is an alien probe or message, it would mean that their work is no longer speculative. It would confirm that the search for extraterrestrial intelligence is not just a search for something that might be out there, but something that is already here. As scientists continue to analyze 3IATLAS, they may look for signals within its data. Could the object be transmitting something, signals encoded within its structure, or electromagnetic emissions that are deliberately designed to be detected? The search for signals is a critical part of understanding the true nature of 3IATLAS, and it could provide the key to unlocking the mystery of this interstellar visitor. The possibility that 3IATLAS is a probe or message from an alien civilization raises a profound ethical question. What happens if we make contact? How should humanity respond to the discovery of extraterrestrial life? This dilemma has been the subject of much debate in the scientific and philosophical communities, and the potential for such an event raises significant ethical concerns. If 3IATLAS is indeed a message or probe, the implications for humanity are vast. Should we attempt to communicate with the extraterrestrial civilization that sent it? Should we make our findings public, or should we keep them secret until we fully understand the potential risks? The discovery of extraterrestrial life would undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences, and how we handle this discovery could shape the future of human civilization. There are many unknowns when it comes to contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. What if the civilization behind 3IATLAS is more advanced than ours? What if their intentions are not peaceful? The possibility that we could make contact with an alien civilization, one that may have far greater technological capabilities than us, raises concerns about the potential risks involved. At the same time, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence could also bring about tremendous opportunities. It could lead to an unprecedented period of scientific discovery as we learn from more advanced civilizations.
It could expand our understanding of the universe and our place in it, offering new insights into technology, philosophy, and the very nature of existence. But until we know for sure, the ethical dilemma remains. How should humanity respond to the potential discovery of extraterrestrial life? Should we embrace it, or should we proceed with caution? These are questions that we will likely have to confront in the very near future as the mystery of 3IATLAS continues to unfold. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 3IATLAS investigation has been the role of amateur astronomers and citizen scientists. While the major space agencies like NASA, ESA, and China's space program are still handling much of the primary data, the involvement of the global community in analyzing the object's characteristics has been groundbreaking. The public's ability to contribute to the investigation has opened up a new chapter in scientific discovery, one where data is shared openly and analyzed collaboratively. The investigation into 3IATLAS is not just limited to highly specialized researchers. Thanks to the release of raw data by scientists like Stephen Burns, the public, particularly amateur astronomers, has been able to contribute to the understanding of this enigmatic object. Thousands of individuals have downloaded the images, processed the data, and shared their own findings, often providing key insights that have contributed to the growing body of knowledge surrounding the object. In many ways, the study of 3IATLAS represents a paradigm shift in how scientific discoveries are made.
In the past, data from space missions was often siloed within the confines of government agencies and elite scientific institutions. But now, thanks to the transparency of initiatives like citizen science, anyone with the right tools can contribute to groundbreaking discoveries. The public's involvement in the study of 3IATLAS has led to a global collaboration where information flows freely and is analyzed in real time by people from all walks of life. Citizen scientists have played a key role in identifying anomalies in the object's movement, as well as its unusual composition. With access to raw images and data, they've been able to cross-check findings, run simulations, and propose new hypotheses that might otherwise have been overlooked. In fact, many of the most significant breakthroughs in the investigation have come from outside the traditional scientific establishment. This democratization of science is a crucial step in making the scientific process more inclusive, and it highlights the power of collaboration in the pursuit of knowledge. The role of amateur astronomers is not just limited to 3IATLAS. Over the years, citizen science has become an increasingly important part of space exploration. From tracking asteroids to identifying exoplanets, ordinary people are making extraordinary contributions to the field of astronomy.
As we move forward in our study of interstellar objects like 3IATLAS, the importance of amateur astronomers and the public's involvement in space exploration will only continue to grow. Citizen science is not just a supplementary part of research, it's now an integral part of how we understand the universe. The possibility that 3IATLAS is not a natural object, but rather an artificial probe sent by an advanced civilization raises profound questions about the nature of interstellar travel. If the object was intentionally sent to cross the vast distances between stars to observe or communicate with Earth, it would suggest that such travel is not only possible, but could be commonplace for advanced species. The idea of interstellar travel has long been a topic of speculation. Humanity has dreamed of traveling to other star systems for centuries, but the distances involved make it seem like an impossible goal. Even our fastest spacecraft, such as the Voyager probes, would take tens of thousands of years to reach the nearest star. But the idea that an alien civilization could send a probe from one star system to another and that it could reach our solar system in a matter of years or decades suggests a level of technological advancement far beyond anything we can currently imagine. Interstellar travel requires an understanding of physics that we have yet to fully grasp. We would need to find ways to overcome the vast distances between stars, perhaps by utilizing propulsion systems that allow for faster-than-light travel, or by creating spacecraft capable of surviving the harsh conditions of deep space for extended periods of time. If 3IATLAS is indeed a probe, it could be the first concrete evidence that such technology exists, perhaps not just among humans, but among other civilizations in the galaxy. But the implications of such a discovery go beyond just technological marvels. If 3IATLAS is a probe, it would suggest that interstellar civilizations have already made contact with one another and have developed the means to send probes across vast cosmic distances. This would change everything we know about the universe. It would mean that the galaxy is not a vast, empty void, but a place where intelligent life is common and civilizations are actively reaching out to each other. Such a discovery would force us to reconsider our place in the universe. If an advanced civilization has already traveled between stars, what does that say about humanity's potential? What could we learn from their technology and knowledge? And most importantly, how would humanity respond to the revelation that we are not alone in the cosmos?
The discovery of 3IATLAS could mark the beginning of a new chapter in human history, one that brings us face to face with the reality of extraterrestrial life. While the possibility that 3IATLAS is a probe from an advanced civilization is exciting, it also raises important concerns. What if the object's arrival is not a peaceful encounter? What if 3I-ATLAS is not a benevolent visitor, but a harbinger of something more dangerous? The idea that extraterrestrial civilizations might not share our peaceful intentions is a scenario that has been explored in science fiction for decades, but it is a very real concern in the context of 3I-ATLAS. The most obvious fear is that 3I-ATLAS could be part of a larger effort to explore Earth for hostile purposes. What if the probe is gathering data about our planet's defenses, technology, or resources? What if it is the precursor to an invasion or colonization attempt? While this scenario may sound like the plot of a science fiction movie, it is not entirely out of the realm of possibility. After all, we have no way of knowing the intentions of the civilization that might have sent 3I-ATLAS. Even if 3I-ATLAS is not a weapon, the fact that it is from another civilization means that its technology could be vastly superior to ours. If the object contains advanced technology, it could be a threat simply because we're unprepared for it. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence could lead to a race to acquire alien technology, with powerful nations and organizations seeking to unlock the secrets of the probe. This could trigger a new era of geopolitical tension as humanity grapples with the implications of contact with an alien species. But beyond the potential dangers to humanity, the arrival of 3I-ATLAS could also challenge our understanding of the universe in profound ways. If the object is a product of an alien civilization, it would suggest that intelligent life is not only common in the universe, but that these civilizations are capable of traveling between stars. The sheer scale of this revelation would force us to rethink everything we know about the cosmos and our place within it. In the coming months, as 3I-ATLAS reemerges from behind the sun, we will face a critical moment in human history. If the object is indeed a probe from an advanced civilization, we must be prepared for the potential consequences. Whether the encounter is peaceful or hostile, the arrival of 3I-ATLAS will forever change the trajectory of human civilization. As the investigation into 3I-ATLAS intensifies, the role of technology in gathering and analyzing data has never been more critical. From the telescopes used to observe the object to the computational models used to analyze its trajectory, the tools of modern science are playing a crucial role in uncovering the mysteries of this interstellar visitor. The data collected from 3I-ATLAS will require sophisticated tools to analyze.
High-resolution telescopes, such as the James Webb Space Telescope and the Hubble Space Telescope, are being used to capture detailed images of the object's surface and structure. These telescopes are equipped with powerful instruments that can detect faint emissions, measure the object's chemical composition, and even provide clues about its internal structure. In addition to these space-based telescopes, Earth-based observatories are also playing a key role. These observatories use a variety of techniques, such as radar and infrared imaging, to study the object's movement and behavior. By bouncing radio waves off 3I-ATLAS and measuring the reflections, scientists can calculate its speed and trajectory with incredible accuracy. This information is crucial for understanding how the object is moving through our solar system and whether its trajectory is being influenced by external forces. Computational models also play a critical role in the investigation. By simulating the behavior of 3I-ATLAS, scientists can test different hypotheses about the object's origin and nature. These models allow researchers to explore how the object's chemical composition and movement might have been influenced by forces such as gravity, radiation pressure, or even artificial manipulation. With the help of advanced algorithms and supercomputers, scientists can simulate countless scenarios and determine which ones are most likely based on the available data. But perhaps the most exciting development in the investigation is the role of artificial intelligence, or AI. AI is being used to process and analyze vast amounts of data from a variety of sources, identifying patterns and anomalies that might have been overlooked by human researchers. Machine learning algorithms are capable of recognizing subtle changes in the object's movement, as well as analyzing its spectral data for signs of unusual chemical compounds. AI is also being used to predict the object's future behavior, helping scientists to plan their observations and ensure that they don't miss any critical moments. Together, these technologies are helping to unlock the secrets of 3IATLAS. As new data continues to pour in, these tools will become increasingly important in the search for answers. Whether 3IATLAS is a comet, an asteroid, or an artificial probe, the role of technology in this investigation will be essential to uncovering the truth. The December pass of 3IATLAS is fast approaching, and with it, the potential for a revelation that could change the course of human history. As the object reappears from behind the sun, scientists will have their first real opportunity to observe it without the interference of solar glare. This flyby promises to provide crucial data that could confirm or refute the theories that have been swirling around the object for months. This moment represents the culmination of years of anticipation and speculation.
It is the first real opportunity to observe 3IATLS up close, to study its composition, its trajectory, and its behavior in unprecedented detail. As we prepare for this critical event, the excitement among the scientific community is palpable. The stakes are higher than ever before, and the world waits with bated breath to see what the December pass will reveal. Will 3IATLS continue its strange, seemingly perfect trajectory? Will its chemical composition reveal clues that suggest it is an alien probe or an artifact from another civilization? Or will it behave like any other comet or asteroid, proving that it is simply a rare and fascinating natural object? In the coming months, the truth about 3IATLS will begin to unfold. As we prepare for the December flyby, humanity stands at the edge of a new era in space exploration. The search for answers about this mysterious object will continue, and whatever we discover, it will forever change the way we view the universe and our place within it. The concept of extraterrestrial intelligence has fascinated humanity for centuries. The search for signals from alien civilizations, or SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, is a scientific endeavor that has been conducted since the early 20th century. For years, astronomers have listened for radio signals, scanned the skies for patterns, and sent messages into space, hoping for a reply. But until now, no definitive signals have been detected, until the arrival of 3IATLS. If 3IATLS is indeed an artificial probe, the next logical question is whether it's transmitting any signals. Its arrival in our solar system has raised the possibility that it could be sending a message to Earth. What kind of message could it be? And more importantly, how would we detect it? For centuries, we've been searching for a signal from alien civilizations. We've sent our own messages, like the Arecibo message in 1974, aimed at potential extraterrestrial listeners. But the idea of receiving a message is far more complex. How would we recognize it? Would it be a series of radio waves, electromagnetic pulses, or perhaps something completely different, signals embedded in the very structure of 3IATLS itself? The scientific community has started to consider the possibility that 3IATLS could be sending a message through its electromagnetic emissions or other non-visible forms of communication. These emissions could carry encoded data, perhaps not in a format we understand, but in a way that once deciphered could reveal its true origin. After all, we already have the technology to scan the electromagnetic spectrum for unusual patterns, and many advanced alien civilizations might have developed their own means of communication that are beyond our current capabilities. But there's a challenge. Detecting such signals isn't as easy as it sounds.
We know how to find radio waves from distant stars or background radiation from the cosmos, but the kind of signals an alien probe might send could be far more subtle, far more sophisticated. 3IATLAS might be transmitting in a frequency range that's unfamiliar to us, or its message could be embedded in the object's behavior, in its trajectory, or its chemical composition. For example, the object's highly unusual trajectory could be a deliberate, encoded path. If its movements are being controlled, could those movements be a signal in themselves? What if its precise, calculated course through our solar system is a way to send us a signal, a message in motion, pointing humanity towards something greater, something cosmic, a cosmic breadcrumb trail designed to lead us to a higher understanding? It's also possible that 3IATLAS is more passive. Instead of actively sending signals, it could simply be waiting for us to notice it. Perhaps the very fact of its existence, its bizarre nature, and its trajectory are the message. Could this be a message of contact, a warning, or something more profound, an invitation to learn, explore, and grow? These questions are at the core of the mystery that 3IATLAS presents, and as the December pass draws nearer, the search for signals from the object will become more urgent. As scientists analyze the data collected from 3IATLAS, one question keeps arising. What can we learn from this object, whether it's natural or artificial? If 3IATLAS is a probe or a relic from an advanced civilization, the potential for scientific and technological breakthroughs is enormous. Understanding its technology, if it is indeed artificial, could revolutionize our own space exploration efforts and lead to the development of technologies that we currently only dream of. For example, if 3IATLAS is an alien probe, what kind of propulsion system does it use? How does it travel such vast distances without the need for conventional fuel or resources? If its propulsion system is based on technology that we don't yet understand, could we reverse engineer it to develop faster than light travel? The possibilities for interstellar travel are endless. The discovery of new propulsion methods, perhaps based on energy we don't yet harness, could allow humanity to explore distant stars, perhaps within a matter of decades instead of centuries.
Beyond technological advancements, 3IATLAS could also provide insights into the nature of intelligence itself. If it is a message or probe from an alien civilization, studying it could tell us more about the kind of intelligence that exists beyond our planet. How do these civilizations communicate? What technologies have they developed? What kind of societal structures exist on distant planets? The study of 3IATLAS could be the first step in unlocking answers to these questions, answers that could fundamentally change the way we understand our own civilization. In short, the scientific and technological implications of 3IATLAS are staggering. Whether it's a natural object or an artificial probe, the discoveries it holds could shape the future of space exploration, technology, and even society itself. The excitement is palpable, and as we wait for further analysis and data, humanity stands on the cusp of a potentially transformative discovery. The December pass of 3IATLAS is not just an important event, it's the culmination of years of work, speculation, and anticipation. As the object reappears from behind the sun, the scientific community will be poised to observe it in greater detail than ever before. But what happens after the December pass? Once the object has been observed and analyzed, what comes next? The first step after the flyby will be to process the newly gathered data. With the help of telescopes, probes, and AI-powered data analysis, scientists will begin to piece together the object's full story. This process will take time. Given the vast amount of data that will be collected, it will require months, perhaps even years of analysis to fully understand what 3IATLAS is and what it means. During this period, researchers will focus on several key areas of investigation. First, they will work to confirm or refute the object's trajectory. Given that its path has been a major point of contention, confirming its movements will be a priority. Understanding its precise course through the solar system will provide insights into its nature, whether it's a natural object like a comet or asteroid, or if it's an artificial object with a planned trajectory.
Next, scientists will focus on analyzing the object's chemical composition. The data gathered during the December pass will likely provide more detailed spectral readings, revealing new clues about the materials that make up 3IATLAS. These findings could help scientists determine whether it's made of typical cosmic materials or if there are elements that suggest artificial construction.
These findings will spur further debate and analysis as scientists weigh the evidence and work to develop new theories about the object's origin and nature. However, there are still many questions that may remain unanswered after the December flyby. Even with the best technology and the most precise measurements, some aspects of 3IATLAS may remain elusive. Its true purpose, if it is an artificial probe, may not be immediately apparent. Understanding the full scope of its mission, if it has one, could take years of additional research and analysis. The timeline of discovery, therefore, will not end with the December pass. Instead, it will be the beginning of a long-term investigation into the mysteries of 3IATLAS, with the potential to reshape our understanding of space, technology, and extraterrestrial life. When the truth about 3IATLAS is finally revealed, whether it's a comet, an asteroid, or an alien probe, the world's reaction will be immense. For centuries, humanity has wondered whether we are alone in the universe, and 3IATLAS presents the possibility that we may soon have an answer to that question. But how will the public respond to such a revelation? If 3IATLAS is indeed an alien probe, the news could send shockwaves through society. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence would be one of the most significant events in human history. It would force us to rethink our understanding of life, intelligence, and our place in the cosmos. But how will the public react? Will people embrace the discovery, or will there be fear and uncertainty? There are many factors that will shape the public's reaction. For one, the way the discovery is framed by the media will play a significant role in how it's received. If the news is presented as a peaceful, scientific breakthrough, people may be more willing to accept it. However, if the news is framed as a potential threat or danger, it could lead to panic or mistrust. The way governments and scientific institutions communicate their findings will be critical in shaping the public's response. Culturally, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence could also have a profound impact. Many religions and belief systems may face challenges in reconciling their teachings with the existence of alien life. Philosophical and existential questions will be raised about humanity's role in the universe and whether our assumptions about the nature of life are correct. The global response will also vary depending on how the discovery unfolds. If 3IATLAS is revealed to be a peaceful probe or a simple scientific artifact, the public may accept the news with wonder and curiosity. However, if there is any suggestion that the object is a precursor to something more, perhaps the sign of an alien civilization's presence, the response could be far more complex. Fear, excitement, and uncertainty could all coexist as humanity grapples with the revelation that we are not alone.
As we await the revelation of 3IATLAS's true nature, the world stands on the brink of a new chapter in human history. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence, or even just the confirmation that we are part of a larger cosmic community, will have profound and far-reaching consequences. How we respond to this discovery will shape the future of our species and our relationship with the universe. As we continue to explore the mysteries of 3IATLAS, we must consider the long-term legacy of this discovery. Will it change the course of human history? Will it lead to a new era of space exploration, where humanity reaches beyond its solar system to make contact with other civilizations?
or will it remain a mystery, one that we never fully understand? Regardless of the outcome, the legacy of 3IATLAS will be one of transformation. It has already changed the way we think about the universe and our place within it. Whether it leads to the discovery of extraterrestrial life or simply provides new insights into interstellar objects, the investigation of 3IATLAS will reshape the future of science, technology, and humanity's quest for knowledge. The legacy of 3IATLAS will also extend beyond science. It will inspire future generations of scientists, explorers, and dreamers to look up at the stars and wonder what lies beyond our reach. It will fuel the desire to explore the cosmos, to search for answers, and to push the boundaries of human understanding. As we continue to study 3IATLAS and its mysteries, we are reminded that the universe is vast and the possibilities are endless. The legacy of this discovery will live on for generations to come as it becomes part of the ongoing journey of exploration, discovery, and wonder that defines the human spirit. The discovery of 3IATLAS has the potential to reshape the very foundation of space exploration as we know it. For decades, humanity has been exploring the boundaries of our solar system, sending probes to distant planets, studying asteroids and comets, and even landing on Mars. But despite these remarkable achievements, space exploration has been limited to our local neighborhood in the cosmos. The arrival of 3IATLAS, however, presents an opportunity to radically expand our horizons. If 3IATLAS is indeed an artificial object, whether it's an alien probe or a relic from an ancient civilization, it would be the first concrete evidence that interstellar travel is possible. For generations, scientists and space enthusiasts alike have speculated about the possibility of traveling to other star systems, but the idea of interstellar exploration has remained confined to the realm of science fiction. The technology required to travel between stars seems far beyond our current capabilities, yet the arrival of 3IATLAS from a distant star system suggests that advanced civilizations may have already cracked the code of interstellar travel. The implications of this discovery are profound.
If 3IATLAS is indeed an artificial probe, it could serve as a model for future interstellar missions. Scientists would study the object's propulsion system, communication methods, and materials to unlock the secrets of its advanced technology. This could pave the way for humanity's own exploration of the stars. Technologies that allow us to travel vast distances at incredible speeds could move from the realm of speculation to reality, providing a pathway to interstellar exploration that could take humanity beyond the solar system. Such a leap in technological advancement could lead to the establishment of interstellar missions, enabling humanity to reach distant star systems and perhaps even make contact with other intelligent civilizations. It could ignite a new era of space exploration, one where we no longer limit ourselves to our solar system, but instead venture out into the galaxy, searching for new worlds, new forms of life, and new frontiers to explore. The legacy of 3IATLAS could be the catalyst for a future where humanity becomes a true spacefaring civilization. If the discovery of 3IATLAS confirms the possibility of interstellar travel and extraterrestrial intelligence, the implications for humanity's future are vast. The discovery could lead to a rethinking of humanity's place in the universe and our role in the larger cosmic community. But more than that, it could open up new possibilities for the future of humanity, particularly when it comes to the colonization of other planets. For centuries, scientists and visionaries have speculated about the possibility of humanity expanding beyond Earth, colonizing other planets, and establishing permanent settlements in space.
While the idea of space colonization has always seemed like a distant dream, the discovery of 3IATLAS could push this dream closer to reality. If an advanced civilization has developed the technology to travel between stars, it stands to reason that humanity could one day follow suit, perhaps even using the technology discovered in 3IATLAS as a stepping stone. The colonization of other planets has long been seen as essential to the survival of humanity. As Earth's population continues to grow, and as the threats of climate change, resource depletion, and potential global catastrophes loom, establishing colonies on other planets could provide a backup plan for the continuation of our species. The discovery of 3IATLAS could provide the technological leap necessary to make space colonization a reality. With the right propulsion technology, humanity could one day send ships to distant planets, establish settlements, and begin the process of colonizing other worlds. The potential for space colonization would not only ensure the survival of humanity, but would also open up new opportunities for scientific discovery, resource extraction, and technological advancement. Colonizing other planets would provide access to resources that are unavailable on Earth, such as rare minerals and elements found on asteroids or moons. It would also provide opportunities to study alien ecosystems, learn from extraterrestrial biology, and expand our understanding of the universe. While there are still many challenges to overcome in the pursuit of space colonization, such as the development of sustainable life support systems, radiation protection, and the long-term viability of human settlements in space, the discovery of 3IATLAS could be the catalyst that accelerates these efforts. With the technology and knowledge gained from studying 3IATLAS, humanity could begin to chart a course for the stars and take the first steps toward becoming a multiplanetary species. The discovery of 3IATLAS, if it turns out to be a message or probe from an extraterrestrial civilization, would have a profound impact on humanity's psychology and social fabric. For centuries, humanity has wondered whether we are alone in the universe. The possibility that we are not alone, an idea that has long been relegated to the realm of science fiction, could be both exhilarating and terrifying. The psychological effects of discovering extraterrestrial intelligence would be profound. For many, the discovery would confirm what they have long suspected, that life exists beyond Earth. It would be a validation of humanity's curiosity and our desire to understand the cosmos. For others, however, the discovery could provoke fear and uncertainty. The realization that we are not the only intelligent species in the universe could lead to existential questions about humanity's place in the cosmos. How do we fit into a larger universe teeming with other life forms? What does it mean for our beliefs, our religions, and our worldview? Socially, the discovery could bring about a sense of unity as humanity confronts the reality that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. The knowledge that we are not alone in the universe could foster a sense of solidarity and collective purpose. It could inspire cooperation among nations as the challenges of space exploration, colonization, and communication with extraterrestrial civilizations are too great to be tackled by any one nation alone. The discovery of 3IATLAS could inspire a global movement toward peace, cooperation, and mutual understanding.
These are questions that humanity would have to address as we navigate the complexities of a new era of interstellar relations. The psychological and social impact of the discovery of 3IATLAS would be felt across the world. Whether it inspires awe and unity or fear and division, the revelation would force humanity to rethink its place in the universe and its future. It would mark the beginning of a new chapter in human history, one where the boundaries of our understanding are pushed to new limits, and where the search for meaning in the cosmos takes on a new urgency.
The discovery of 3IATLAS and the potential confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence would also have a profound impact on religion and philosophy. For millennia, humanity has looked to religion and philosophy to answer fundamental questions about our existence. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Are we the only intelligent beings in the universe? The revelation that we are not alone in the universe would force religious leaders, philosophers, and thinkers to grapple with questions that they have never considered before. How do traditional religious beliefs reconcile with the idea of intelligent life beyond Earth? Many religious groups have long taught that humanity is the pinnacle of creation, and the discovery of extraterrestrial life would challenge that notion. Some religious groups may see the discovery as a confirmation of the divine's infinite creativity, while others may struggle to reconcile it with their teachings. For philosophers, the discovery would open up new avenues of exploration. What does it mean for humanity to be part of a larger cosmic community? What does it say about the nature of life, intelligence, and consciousness? How do we define what it means to be alive or intelligent in the context of the universe? The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence could prompt a reevaluation of our definitions of life and consciousness, and force us to expand our understanding of what it means to be human. In addition to the questions it would raise about religion and philosophy, the discovery could also challenge the very foundations of human identity. For centuries, we have defined ourselves as the most advanced species on Earth, but the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence would force us to confront the possibility that we are not the only intelligent beings in the universe. How would this reshape our understanding of humanity's place in the cosmos? Would it make us humble, or would it challenge us to reach new heights of achievement? The impact of 3IATLAS on religion and philosophy would be immense. It would force humanity to rethink its assumptions about the nature of life, the universe, and our role in it. And while these questions may not have easy answers, they would drive the next phase of our intellectual and spiritual evolution. As the December flyby of 3IATLAS approaches, the world waits with bated breath for the answers it will provide.
Will 3IATLAS turn out to be a natural comet, as some scientists suggest? Or will it reveal itself to be something far more extraordinary, a probe sent by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization? The final revelation of what 3IATLAS truly is will have a profound impact on humanity. If it is an alien probe, it could be the most significant discovery in human history. It would confirm that we are not alone in the universe, and it would open up new possibilities for interstellar communication, exploration, and technological advancement. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence would change the course of human history forever, and it would be a defining moment for our species. But even if 3IATLAS turns out to be a natural object, its journey through our solar system will have been a reminder of the vastness and mystery of the universe. The object's strange behavior and its interstellar origins will continue to spark questions and inspire curiosity about the unknown. Whatever the truth about 3IATLAS, it will mark a turning point in humanity's understanding of the cosmos and our place within it. As we wait for the December flyby, one thing is certain: 3IATLAS has already changed the way we think about the universe. It has reignited the search for extraterrestrial intelligence and has reminded us of the vast, unexplored frontier that lies beyond our planet. The future of space exploration, technology, and even philosophy will be shaped by the answers that 3IATLAS provides. And in the years to come,
humanity will continue to look to the stars, asking the same question that has driven our curiosity for centuries. Are we alone in the universe?